Namaskar and welcome back to the online course on financial management in Gram Panchayats. In the previous module, you have learned about financial resources of Gram Panchayats. In this module, you will learn the process of Gram Panchayat budget preparation. First, we will understand what is the Gram Panchayat budget. The Gram Panchayat budget is prepared as document for the financial year. It indicates estimated receipts under each source of revenue, including government grants and also estimated expenditure under each item of expenditure. All the state Panchayati Raj Acts mandates every Panchayat to prepare and maintain its budget. Without approval of the budget, the Gram Panchayat cannot spend money on any item of expenditure. Gram Panchayat budget document. There are three kinds of documents for Panchayats to prepare budget. First, an accounting document. Second, a decision-making document. Third, a communications document. Learning objectives. At the end of this module, you will be able to describe Panchayat budget making procedure, discuss the budget format and budget cycle, explain the principles of budget execution and control, and explain the tools of budget transparency. Let's start with Gram Panchayat budget making procedure. The Gram Panchayat budget is prepared only for Part 1 of Panchayat Fund. The receipt and payment account Form 1 given in the model accounting system is used for budget preparation. This document has two parts, namely Part A, revenue receipts, and Part B, capital receipts. The coding system of Gram Panchayat transactions shall be followed for all the budget items also. Budget format and budget cycle. In this budget format and budget cycle, we will learn about the stages of budget activity outline in the form of tables, stakeholders consultation, and budget approval. First, we will see the budget format. The format of Gram Panchayat budget consists of 5 columns, both in receipts and expenditure side. Column 1. The head of account prescribed under model accounting system. Column 2. Actual receipts and expenditure of the year previous. Column 3. Budget estimates of the current year. Column 4. Revised budget estimates of the current year. Column 5. Budget estimates for ensuing year for which the budget is prepared. Now we move on to the budget cycle preparation. The budget cycle consists of timelines, which means stages for planning, preparation, approval and implementation of Gram Panchayat budget. The state governments have issued rules prescribing the timeline and the budget preparation procedure. Every Gram Panchayat has to strictly follow the relevant rules in formulating the budget. Gram Panchayat budget preparation process. Now we will discuss a model Gram Panchayat budget preparation process in 4 stages. Stage 1. Preparation of outline budget. Budget activity is on the first column, and in the second column there is not later than the date and month mentioned. The Panchayat Secretary, standing committee in each year prepare an outline budget for the following financial year, but not later than the 1st of October in every year. The outline budget is placed before the Gram Panchayat for discussion, but not later than 15th October. As per the decision was taken in the Gram Panchayat meeting, the Secretary revises and recasts the outline budget, but not later than 20th October. The outline budget so prepared is then placed before Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat considers and adopts the same, which then becomes Gram Panchayat draft budget, but not later than 1st November. Now we move on to Stage 2, Stakeholders Consultation. In the Stage 2 also, the columns are the same, so we move on into it. Copies of the draft budget are widely circulated among the public for objections and suggestions if any, but not later than 5th of November. A copy of the draft budget is also forwarded to the competent authority, that is, Block Development Office or District Panchayat Officer for comments, but not later than 7th of November. After taking into account all the comments, suggestions received, the draft budget is finalized by the Gram Panchayat, but not later than 30th November. The draft budget is then placed in the Gram Sabha along with objections and suggestions received for consideration on or before 31st December. The suggestions of the Gram Sabha are carefully documented. The third stage of budget preparation outline is the budget approval. Let's go into this stage. The Gram Panchayat examines all the objections and suggestions of the Gram Sabha and also of the competent authority and finalizes the draft budget not later than 31st January. Parallelly, the Gram Panchayat also reviews the current year's budget provision and wherever necessary gets the revised budget of the current financial year, which is prepared before 1st February. The revised budget estimate of the current year and budget estimates of the coming year is considered and approved in a special meeting of the Gram Panchayat not later than 20th February. A copy of the approved budget is forwarded to the competent authority on or before 1st March. Stage 4. Budget Execution and Control. Executing the approved budget is the last stage in the Panchayat budgeting. The following aspects shall ensure by the Gram Panchayat while executing the budget. All resources specified in the budget are mobilized within the stipulated time. Appropriate sanctions are obtained for all the expenditures incurred. No expenditure is authorized unless provided in the budget. Each item of expenditure is within the budget provision. The budget provided for one purpose is not utilized for any other purpose. The principles of economy, efficiency, and effectiveness are strictly followed while executing the budget. So, these 4 stages where the Gram Panchayat budget formulation and approval takes place. Now we will see the precautions of the budget formulation. The Gram Panchayat shall take the precautions to formulate the budgets. Those precautions are: care shall be taken to make a realistic estimate of receipts which are likely to materialize during the year. The working balance in the budget shall not be less than 5 of estimated receipts during the year, excluding the government grants. The estimates should have a provision on revenue and capital. Provision should be made for all obligatory charges, including the discharge of all liabilities and all other commitments. Provision should be made for refund of unutilized grants, if any. Lump sum provision for unforeseen expenditure should not be made. Any major variations between the current year budget and the next year budget should be explained. Lapse of budget. After precautions, there is also a lapse of budget. All allotments made in the budget would lapse at the end of the year. Any amount remained unspent shall not be transferred to the deposits or drawn to avoid lapse for disbursement after the end of the year. Now we move on to the last topic, that is Budget transparency. Budget transparency refers to the extent and ease with which citizens can access budget information and provide feedback to the Panchayat. The following are the tools of budget transparency. Improve the budget literacy of elected representatives and build their capacity to analyze budgets. Conduct budget awareness programs for stakeholders. Disseminate budget information to public in simple format and in local language. Provide opportunities for budget-related discussions in the Panchayat meetings. Display budgetary information on office notice boards. Disclose budget documents through online portals. Budgeting is one of the key pillars of financial management in Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat budget is prepared as document for the financial year. The budget making process includes preparation of draft budget proposal with active involvement of the elected members, staff, the standing committees and Gram Sabha. However, the procedure of budget preparation varies across states as there are different provisions in the Panchayat Acts of different states. Let us test our understanding in the form of multiple choice questions. The outline budget so prepared is then placed before Gram Panchayat but not later than A. 15th October, B. 1st October, C. 20th October, D. 1st November. As per the decision was taken in the Gram Panchayat meeting, the Secretary revises and recasts the outline budget on or before A. 15th October, B. 1st October, C. 20th October, D. 1st November. These governments have issued rules prescribing the timeline and the budget preparation procedure. A. State governments. B. Central government. C. Local governments. D. All the above.